Yo, what up everybody? Want to bring you start to the next video, I'm guessing. We got, if you guys saw the last one, episode 1, we picked up the new build. Episode 2 is going to be mainly focused on the cage. But before we do the cage, we got to get rid of the old seats and we got to get everything out of here. So I actually got a guy named Vincent. Shout out to Vincent. Let's hope he actually shows up. Coming from Facebook Marketplace to, there goes my alarm. Here we go. Vincent's coming from Facebook Marketplace to pick up the old seats. So let me show you guys. So guys, here I went through, this had a third row in it, and then this is the back seat. Went through, unbolted everything last night, knowing that he was going to be coming by this morning. He's picking up the seats. I'm glad he's picking them up because I put them up for sale. Getting a pretty good amount of money for them. He's paying me $300 for both. I had him up for $350, but I told him if he picks up both, he could do. I cut him a deal. So got he's coming by. Made sure to everything's. All the connections, everything's here. Got all the plastic trim I'm going to give to him as well. Got it all right here. I'm pretty sure he just has a Suburban and his back seats are ripped up, and he told me to make sure that it has the child seat harness locks, which it does. So he should be coming by pretty quick here. I don't know if you guys ever pulled the back seats out of one of these things, but it's pretty simple. Man, I did not know this stain was here, but doesn't matter because all this is coming out. Looks like somebody had some soda, probably in that cup holder right there, and spilled it, never cleaned it up. Probably a kid. But anyways, got these pulled out. He's gonna come by, pick these up, and starting to get an idea of how much room we're gonna have in here, guys, and I'm liking it a lot, but I'm gonna need it. So I'm gonna need every last bit of space we can get. So he should be coming by quick. We got a plane going over the top. What a beautiful day, man. Beautiful day. So cool beans, he should be coming by. Anyways, this is going to be the start of the cage video. Here's the third row here. I'm actually throwing in some headrests that I had from my Tahoe because I pulled them out. So if he wants to have those, he can have them. Yeah, after this is going to be on to stripping the rest of it, getting all these side pieces out and all this stuff, and then taking some measurements for the cage and then the cage. So this will be the beginning of this video. You guys should probably get the cage by the end of this video. If everything goes to plan, you guys should see the cage in this thing, or at least maybe I'll end it with the design of the cage, and maybe it will actually do building the cage for next time. Good. I'm not going to be building it. I'm going to have a buddy build it. So whatever. But anyways, guys, thanks for checking in, and we'll see you guys later on. What's up, everybody? Checking back in. It's later the same day. Came over to my boy Nick's house, working on some projects here. Came over just to kind of get a head start on stripping some of this stuff down. So got a ton of the plastics out here. Put them up on Marketplace. We'll see if they sell. We'll see if they don't. Doubt it. But you guys can see we're having to pull that off because we want to be able to see how much room how wide we can get this cage, and then get the design. So, because then once we have the design for the cage, we can work on the design for the actual enclosure. So anyways, got the headliner pulled off. The Suburban headliner comes in 2 pieces. Tahoe's just 1. So that way we were able to, measure from the floor up to the top. So got that out. Gonna have to was gonna try and keep the rear AC, but we're gonna end up having to pull that out just because we're gonna need as much room as we possibly can. If we can't, if it would be nice to keep it so that I could blow AC back here, but I've always just ran fans, and it really doesn't get too hot here in San Diego. So I don't really think I'll need AC. Fans do just fine. I got pretty good amps and they kind of take it, so should be good. But yeah, got the seat belts pulled out, all this shit. It's just it really is just a lot of plastic trim and pieces and clips and just wires that I have to make sure don't get fucked up, because they power things like the top brake light up here and these brake lights. So I need to make sure that if I do pull stuff apart, I need to keep it, you know, everything plugged in for the most part. So yeah, but making progress little by little, getting this thing stripped out. Yeah, next thing I'll probably hopefully be able to show you guys is a little bit of the cage design before we send it over to my welder. So cool. Thanks guys. Check it in. All right guys, we got the carpet and the under shit. I cut it right here, but just, you know, in case, I don't know where exactly the cage is going to come to, but I cut it there. It's probably where the cabin, you know, it's going to start to be sealed backwards. So, but anyways, yeah, we got it all out, guys. So my boy John is here. He just took some measurements, you know, of all the space that we got. And let me show you guys. All right, guys, check it out. So after the measurements that we took here, John has now rendered the cage here, and obviously there's, you know, going to be tubing in between these to create little squares, but this is going to be the outside frames of it. You can see here's the wheel wells, here is the other wheel well, and then this is where the back seat, you know, dips down. So pretty cool stuff. We're going to get this sent over to our boy Jake and start coming up with some. What is up, guys? So this is gonna be the end of this episode. Been doing some stuff in the meantime. Got some new wheels and tires. Kind of got a little bit of a beefier look. Stock ones just weren't really doing it for me, and you know, they kind of stick in. And I actually downsized to some 16s. So, you know, a little bit better for weight and so forth. I just like how they look better. You know, some early 2000s alloy wheels, but they look okay. Had to do a bunch of trimming up here because these tires are bigger and they rub. Trimmed here, they still rub a little bit. I gotta probably slice some of that down so that they fit a little bit better. But yeah, so anyways, guys, this is pretty much going to cap off this video. Kind of where I'm at now is we got the design is pretty much all the way done for the cage. It's just now about getting time to where we need to go buy the steel and get it started. So I figure I'm gonna put that in the next, actually, you know, picking up the steel, building it, and all that's gonna be in the next episode. Just because it's kind of up in the air who, you know, who's gonna do it. I had a guy that was pretty dead set on that I was gonna have do it, but since, you know, he's kind of been taking a little while to respond, so, and he doesn't live also in San Diego, so I really didn't want to get stuck with the Suburban not here, and have the same thing happen with it not being here. So it's pretty much going to come down to between a local guy, trying to have a local guy help me do it after he finishes up with his build, or me and the buddies just going and buying a welder and gonna just send it. So I know that welding is not easy, and it's, you know, a science in itself. But you know, out of my friend group, we got like 5 or 6 guys. 2 or 3 of them have some welding experience and know how to use a welder. So, you know, we're gonna have to see what happens. So that'll all be in the next video. So I'm gonna cap this one off here. And you know, if you're enjoying the content and the series, stick around, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, because we're gonna have more episodes coming soon. Once the cage is, episode 3 is gonna be the cage, actually building it, and then once the cage is done, guys, we're off to the races. I mean, this is pretty much the biggest thing that's gonna take the most time, because I can't really do it myself that well. The rest of the stuff, though, like, you know, just building the enclosure and buying wood and all that kind of stuff, like, that's all stuff that me and the buddies can do pretty easily. So this is kind of the last major hump before, you know, actually getting started building the enclosure. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys later. See you in the next episode. Hopefully soon. We'll just have to find out. See you guys.